Is anybody here? Oh, people are joining now. I actually have service. So check out this, everybody. I know I need to shave and stuff, but deal with it. I'm a hairy beast right now. Now, check out this. My phone has something happen with federal agencies and FCC, and I've been getting followed the last few days by certain agencies. Even my phone was restricted by federal agencies. I had to talk to Sprint. Something happened, they couldn't explain why. I have copies of all the things that popped up, and for some reason I wasn't getting any service anywhere. Even it would like show up 3G if I would get service. So something was happening, and it's still happening with my phone. I tried to turn off where the device location is getting monitored, and it wouldn't let me turn it off and all that stuff. So apparently some of the stuff I talk about uh, is not liked, right? So the psychic soldiers of the covert programs, they don't like when others can see. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. And for those that are new to my channel, and for those that might have certain questions about if I follow a religion, or if I'm, of course, people know I'm spiritual, I'm religious, right? I'm always talking about religions. And I don't really talk about my belief system that much, though. I sort of, when I'm doing the research and I'm portraying, not portraying, but I'm explaining some of the research and sort of, uh, not the word portraying is not what I want. Like putting out everything for you guys all, right? For people to decide how they feel about the information themselves. Well, when it comes to my own belief system, I would call myself a Christian, but I'm not your typical Christian, because I have similar beliefs as Christians, but I also believe in reincarnation, right? So your typical Christian wouldn't believe in reincarnation, but I do believe in Jesus. I do believe God is the universe, right? An all-knowing consciousness, a supercomputer of creation, right? There would be no universe without God, I feel. There is a higher intelligence behind it all. Life is so complex throughout the whole universe that there has to be a divine intelligence behind it all. There just has to be, right? I think the science and the discoveries that we make about how complex the universe and life is in the universe, I think that proves there has to be a higher intelligence. Depending on what you choose to call it, I do think it is a one. It is one, but there are lesser intelligences that have super knowledge, right? There are fallen angels and regular angels, right? There is Nephilim, Rephaim. There's all sorts of intelligences out there that have access to divine knowledge, just like we have had access to divine knowledge. And look what we have done to all the access that we have gotten with the divine knowledge that we've got. All right, usually used to control and dominate. Now, when it comes to Jesus, yes, I believe in Jesus, and I think I can give you guys a perspective maybe that you've never even heard before yet. On my deeper, it's a sensitive topic, so I don't talk about it often. But yes, I've had a deeper psychic imprint of Jesus. I've had a connection with Jesus as well. I've even seen visions of a man similar to the descriptions of Jesus, and he was wearing this headband that looked like a copper tensor tool, like a twisted metal or something headband, or around his hair. He had long hair too. And now, what I'm going to say is truly amazing, and I would love other Christians to talk about this with as well, because I do believe that Jesus' birth was special, that he is the Son of God, right? We are all sons of God in a way, but he was sent with a special mission, right? And I do believe that he came actually from the sun, that a star or comet brought him over. When it passed by the sun activated it. His soul literally came here through inner space on a meteor or comet or star, if you want to say, was transported here from that intelligence. And when it passed the sun, it absolutely activated his soul mission, and the sun beamed his soul, or made his soul be able to get anchored into the human body within Mary's womb, if you want to say. And he was sent here by the sun, a child of God. The sun, in my opinion, is a super duper computer, a divine computer, specifically a technology designed and used by God. By God, literally. We are the children of the sun. And I do believe that Jesus Christ came here from God for one mission, and that is to help with the harmonic ascension of souls. And I hope that doesn't sound new age. That means for our souls to spiritually evolve, for our souls to go to heaven. And I feel when the fall of man took place, when the Adamic crash, when Adam fell, right? When Adam fell, I do believe the Stargate was closed. That our harmonic ascension, our spiritual evolution was stopped, and we fell to a lower version of ourselves, in a lower reality, a lower dimensional version, a replication of our higher dimensional coordinate. And at that point in time, the harmonic ascension of souls stopped. And I do believe Jesus was put here as a mission to open up that Stargate once again, to give us a path, a coordinate, to find our way back to a harmonic ascension once again. And I do believe and feel with all my psychic feeling and in my heart and soul that Jesus had to have a physical body, and that physical body had to die in order for him to be in a spirit light body, for him to be able to go to the point where he can activate the closed gate that we fell through. So he had to die a physical birth in order for him to be in spirit light body form, for him to dive to the Stargate, to the gates of heaven, if you want to say, to be able to unlock that key. He sacrificed himself in a human birth in order to open up a Stargate for our souls to be able to ascend into. And since then, there has been a whole global elite and Nephilim connection to try to prevent us from entering into that Stargate. That's why negative Stargates have been made, right? That has been funneling in negative energies from alternate reality Earths that are negative Earth dimensions. Hells, Tartaruses, if you want to say. And these funnels of energy have been opening up, trying to prevent us from finding the Stargate, the original Stargate, where we fell through, the actual coordinate we fell through. That should make complete sense, because I've seen it. I've seen it, I've felt it, and in fact, Jesus had to die in the spot that he was, that Golgotha cave, where his body was put in the shroud. That had a certain harmonic resonance to that cave. It was all set up that way. He knew. He led himself to the coordinate that he was going to die at. He already was well aware of his mission and where he had to be and how he had to die. The trauma of that birth, of that death as well. It had to have been a death in that way, where your soul gets put into the maze. I don't think anybody's explained Jesus like that before. I'm a man of Jesus. right? And I don't think anybody's put it that way before. Jesus opened the Stargate for us. And later on, we are going to go deeper into, I'm going to be talking about some sacred sites from my home base. I really appreciate all of you for joining and sharing this information with me. Now, I really hope if anybody, ever doubted Jesus, that now they would understand. I mean, it's really a controversial topic. I mean, some say he was an Essene. He probably did spend time with the Essenes, who were very spiritual priests. I mean, but there were Essenes that were eunuch priests that were castrating themselves to the divine, right? There was different reasons why people were eunuchs. Some were fanatics. Some were, there was all different reasons. But if you look into finding the historic records of Jesus, it's very interesting as well, because people that were recorded historians of the time, like Josephus, if you look into Josephus's books, I have the complete work of Josephus that they actually, have reprinted and put out there. And of course, I'm sure it doesn't have all of what Josephus written down, but there's several Jesuses in Josephus's writings. There's several of them that lived during the time of Jesus. There were several different of them. So he's pretty much in every culture, though. I mean, interesting that in the Urantia book, in the Urantia paper, who was channeled by a sleeping psychic, possibly Edgar Casey, from an angel, right? He even said he was channeling an angel, Heliel, which is very similar to Lucifer, right? And within Urantia, they believe Jesus' name was Michael, or is Michael of Nebadon, in fact, they call him. And I found it interesting that that the name for Jesus was Michael with Urantia, because I was in a relationship with someone for 15 years almost. I mean, for like almost 10 years. And for almost like 15 or 20 years, I read about it. Someone that was Jehovah's, very seriously Jehovah's Witness. And the Jehovah's Witnesses also believed Jesus' name was Michael. Right? Maybe even that Archangel Michael and Jesus were one and the same. So, many different names of Jesus. He was also called the Fisher of Souls, the fisherman, just like Simon Peter. And it's a topic that most people try to stay away from because it's controversial. But I do believe that he opened up a Stargate for us, for our souls. And thank you guys for joining us, and Spiral out. Wait, you know what? Let me see the chat room first. Yeah, I hope that people that really, a lot of people, thank you everybody for the kind, a lot of people that they got turned away from Jesus because of the way certain Christians are. And this is the problem that I have with certain Christians, is that they think that as long as they pray to Jesus for a certain reason. Jesus, keep me wealthy. Jesus, keep me healthy. Jesus, keep my family healthy. Jesus, keep me away from problems, right? And if there's any problems in their life, then Jesus did me wrong. God did me wrong. Why is God doing this to me, right? It's not that. Things happen in life. And it's all to spiritually challenge us anyway. It's not... Hold on. I gotta fix my phone. All right, let me finish before my phone dies. You know, it's all like people want to know, like, God, for God to keep them healthy and safe. And then when things go wrong, they say God's doing it to them, right? It's not about that. That's not what religion is for. It's not for you to pray to them so they keep you safe and they keep you healthy and protected and keep you wealthy and happy. This is not the purpose of God. This is not the purpose of Jesus, right? The purpose for life is for you to harmonically ascend, for your soul to learn and ascend to a higher vibration, right? No matter how new age that seems, that is the goal for Jesus. Jesus opened up the Stargate for us. Now it's up for us to find our way to it, right? So I hope that some of the people that got turned off by some of the Christians out there and hearing talk about Jesus can realize that Jesus was the most hardcore of men. And I hope this leads you to Jesus. Spiral out.